Hi again, everyone, and welcome back to our coverage of the Ace Championship here on 2K Sports. Let's get right out to the action. Looking to get up and down from here. Needs this to drop to save par. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
That looked good for a while. All right, bogey putt. That one drops.
As we check the standings, our leader has a two-stroke advantage. Par 4, 9th hole here.
This is a really good driving hole. Only the longest in the game are going to carry the bunkers down the left-hand side. Hit it out to the right-hand side. You leave yourself a little bit longer second shot than maybe you'd like, but this is a very inviting green. This is a really good birdie opportunity to finish off the front nine.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
This might have a chance at making the green.
A bit wild on approach there.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
This is a fairly lengthy putt here. Oh, he's going to like the look of this. That's a good outcome.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
We begin the back nine here on the 10th hole.
Driver not really necessary on this shortish par 4. Just a 3-wood for position. Second shot goes to a green that runs diagonal of the players. There is a couple of really good and tough pin placements that are back left.
And about 110 yards left to the hole. And currently leading the event by 1 stroke. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
A putt of 14 feet.
This one is for par.
Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
Okay, my money is on a right to lefter.
It's so frustrating to leave it short. That's a bogey on the scorecard, and now the lead is trimmed. Now to the 11th, a par 3.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
A short one left for par. Here's a look at the leaderboard, and he is tied for the lead. What a wonderful day for our featured player sitting atop the leaderboard.
Looking forward to it, Andrew. Could be a fun day.
We had so much fun out there today. Thank you for joining us. For all of us at 2K Sports, we'll see you soon. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Our coverage of the Ace Championship continues as we get into our 3rd round action. Hi again, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan. Great to be back with you. And Rich, as we check the leaderboard at the start of this 3rd round, our featured player is sitting on top.
Well, this is where everything starts to get a little bit real for these players now, isn't it? 36-hole lead. You're sitting on that lead with just 36 to go, and you're the hunted. This is going to be fun.
Well, let's get out to the third hole. This is a hybrid.
Yeah, his golf ball is sailing right of this one.
From here, he's got to be thinking 2 putts. Henny, how tricky is this one?
A huge right to left swinger.
Yeah, that was a lot to ask right there, but in good shape now. 9 feet remain. Did not hit it. A tap in for bogey. Our featured player continues to look good out there, currently in first place. This one greenside in the rough. Hang on. Oh, that was close. Needs this to drop to save par. Oh. 6 feet remain. Wow. This one is for double bogey. Okay, the putt goes in. Time for the next hole.
2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. Find the correct one. You'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult 2-putt.
He's setting up for his second shot. He's currently tied for the lead. That was special. He's had a tough time of it on the greens here today. Hopefully all that'll change right here. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This looks like it's going to go left.
Just hammered that through the line. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
These par putts, they keep around going.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Currently 5 under for the event.
And now teeing off on a par 4.
Yeah, bunkers on the right-hand side come into play with the 3-wood, water on the left with the driver. Second shot to a green that sits below you just a little bit. And that front left pin, ooh, that is a good one.
Let's go down to Henny.
Setting up from about 130 yards out.
This appears to be a safe shot. We might see a birdie here at the 6th. A great approach shot into this green.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
I can't believe that didn't go in for birdie. Finishing off that hole. As we head to the next hole, our featured player is currently tied for first. Three rounds in the books, but there's not a lot of separation at the top of the leaderboard.
Andrew, even a slim lead is a lead nonetheless. This player will take it going into the final round.
It's been a great day. We thank you for joining us. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and PGA Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time to find out who will win the Ace Championship. Welcome back, Andrew Catalan here. Pleased to have you back with us. As we begin today's broadcast, our featured player is at 8 under par. Not much good that we can say about that shot. Okay, let's go down to Henny. She's right there.
You don't get lucky this often out on a golf course. It's in the second cut, but looking nice.
He really played that one well out of the rough. Here's a putt to get to 12 under par. That was close. 8 feet to the cup. Cannot walk away with par. Just a little work to do for bogey. After that hole, he still has the top spot on the leaderboard.
We've arrived at the par 4 14th hole.
This is a massive fairway on an extremely long par 4. Tee it high and give her all you got. Second shot downhill just a little bit. Big danger here is when they put the flag on the right-hand side. That can really hurt you.
From around 220 yards. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. An opportunity for a birdie here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. As we now move to the next hole, he has a 4-shot advantage. Here we are on the par 4 15th hole.
Yeah, some bunkers on the left-hand side you got to be mindful of. Driver not necessarily needs to come out of the bag. Just find the fairway. From there, just a short iron. Back uphill ever so slightly to a green that's got all kinds of undulations to it. Good opportunity for a birdie.
The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
Lining up the birdie putt here. So close. And the putt drops. Now 11 under, heading down the stretch.
Whew, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard.
We've made our way to a par 3.
You got water everywhere down the left-hand side, so your eyes are immediately drawn to it. You've got to divert them out to the right-hand side, but don't get clumsy, don't get lackadaisical, and don't miss the screen too far out to the right, because you're going to have a wicked hard chip.
About 7 feet remain.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
He makes the putt and extends his lead. He improves to 12 under par for the event. The tee shot at 17.
Just take your tee shot, and if you want to, lay it up down the right-hand side. It's a pretty simple second shot. Big hitters might think about trying to take on the dogleg. No need, though. This green sits down below the second shot, down below the fairway, right in the middle of it. Right in the middle of it, they buried a snowman. The base of a snowman, a big lump right in the middle of it. It's a fantastic feature.
Beautiful shot from our leader. Tough one to dial in.
Yeah, wind took that one offline in a hurry.
Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
It'll start out straight, I think, and then break to the right near the hole.
3 feet remain. That's a bogey on the scorecard, and you don't want to give the rest of the field any hope. Now to 18, a par 5.
Oh, this is a great par 5. You got a little speed slot down the left-hand side. Carry those bunkers, and all of a sudden, that golf ball is going to go chasing down the fairway. From there, though, you got to be mindful. You got a massive ravine fronting this green. And this green, you do have room to miss it on the left-hand side, but it's not a very easy up and down. A great finishing hole that you can make 3 on easily, 6s as well.
This putt would wrap up the tournament. Too much power on that putt. All right, it's time to end this right here. That nearly went in for birdie. No more messing around. It's in, and our featured player has clinched the win at the Ace Championship.
A win to begin the season puts this player in such a positive frame of mind for the rest of the season.
Well, that'll do it for today, folks. For Rich Beam, Luke Elvey, and the entire crew, I'm Andrew Catalan saying so long, and thanks for watching 2K Sports.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time for the opening round action of the Bluff Championship right now. Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. It's great to have your company as always. Alongside me is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy will be following all the action. Can't you feel the energy surrounding this championship? So much history, so many great champions. Let's see how this one plays out. We'll head out now to the 14th and catch up with the action. Going with the 7. That's disappointing. Sitting at -4. And a par putt awaits him. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
It's going to go down the hill, and then it should break left to right.
Ooh. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This is for damage limitation.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The 15th hole, Rich, at Central Otago. I'm just drooling. This par 5's another stunner.
I just can't get enough of how they've used these rock outcroppings on this golf course. They're so well placed. The beauty of them, to me, they got it right, especially here on this par 5. The only danger here once you get close to the green is going to be this deep cavernous bunker out there on the right hand side, but this green is user friendly. Birdies abound.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. I like the pace on this putt. And this putt for a share of the lead. And nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He finds himself at the top of the leaderboard.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
And he's not hit the mark on that approach. Standing over his second shot. Time to take a look at a Tom Kim highlight, shall we?
Look at the shot that this player possesses.
Putting for a par here. John, have you got a good read on this one?
All right, this putt is going to go up the hill and to the left.
That's a nice putt. He'll take that. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And now dropping to 3 under for the tournament.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
As we near the conclusion of our round, Rich, 17, a good par 4 here.
Yeah, kind of a bull-like effect off the tee. Fairway cameras in both right and left. Second shot to a minuscule green, it must be said, surrounded by rock cropping short of it and to the left of it. This is a designer's delight right here.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
A par putt awaits. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
And making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Let's catch up with Max Homer. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. The closing hole at Central Otago. It's a bit of a shame that we've arrived here, Rich. I've thoroughly enjoyed this round, but take us through it.
Yeah, the largest fairway on the golf course here. So tee it high and let it fly. Second shot plays back uphill ever so slightly. 2 bunkers protecting the front right portion of this green, but you do have a little bit of help from the left-hand side.
Well, this one's right at the pin. Oh, that's a great approach shot. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. And his round will conclude with a par today. Well, that day is in the books, Rich, and this player seems to be going along quite nicely, don't you think?
Luke, not a bad start. Gotta say, very impressed.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the exciting season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for the second round of the Bluff Championship. Luke Elvey here, pleased to have your company once again. The leader is -5 as we get underway on 2K Sports. We'll head down to the 8th hole to catch up on play. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. That's just inside the range. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 9th.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Ooh, watch this one break. That's well judged. Good speed, good line.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Currently at -4 overall. On the tee of the par 5 9th.
Plenty of room down the left-hand side to find the fairway with your tee shot, and from there it should be go zone. But when you look at this green, it's got runoffs in all directions around it. If you've got any little demons running around in your head telling you that you can't chip it very good, you're not going to like this green.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. This putt is for the lead. Ooh. What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's disappointing. And that should secure the par on this one. He's currently sitting in 4th place on the tee of the par 4 10th hole.
Wide open right here. A couple of cool trees there on the right-hand side for aesthetics only. They do not come into play. And the second shot here to one of the really interesting and neat greens surrounded by some rock outcroppings short of it and long and right as well. This is a gorgeous hole.
Oh, that looks like a flyer. Yeah, well played. Let's head over to the 11th. Here's Tiger. And back to the play, shall we? This putt is from 14 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. It looks like he pushed that one. Putting for a bogey. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Time to tee off on the 11th. Wow, that was just striped. Well, Rich, you're one of the rare people to have ever beaten Tiger Woods in his prime. In fact, I think he held all 4 major trophies when you beat him there at Hazleton in 2002. But you got 1 up against him, but he got 100 up against everyone. Well, what was it like playing against the legendary Tiger Woods?
It's almost hard to describe, Luke, because, you know, he had this following that was unlike any other. And you knew when you were playing with him that of the 30,000 people that were following his group, 29,998 were rooting for him because your wife and her friend were following you.
And even sometimes they were probably cheering for him as well.
And they were kind of looking at you, watching him as well. I'll never forget playing with him in Chicago one year. We both made the cut on the number. I was ecstatic. He would not so much. And we get to the tee, and it must have been 8:30-ish in the morning. I mean, it was still fairly early doors. And I walk up to the first tee, and I knew what it was going to be like. But the stands behind the tee box were packed. Both sides of the fairway were jam-packed. And I just walked up, and there's probably, I don't know, I'm going to say 500 people in the stands behind the first tee. And I walk up, and really loudly I go, "Hey, glad you're all out to come watch me play golf today." And they all laughed. I mean, they all laughed in unison because, like they're looking through their thing. They're like, who is this guy again?
That's a super shot. That's another green in regulation. It's disappointing. So close to a birdie. Just a short putt. Closes the workout on that hole. And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hey guys, we're checking in down here with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 11th.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole.
Need a strong tee shot right here. That outcropping is a gorgeous line. From there, you want to hug the right-hand side as best you can, even bringing those rocks into play, as missing it down to the left-hand side. Bogey will be a number that you'll more than likely put on your card.
And the players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. And back to the course with the live action. Yeah, that one will play. 13 feet to the cup. Not sure how that putt came up shy. Putting for a par now. And down it goes. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. So, 2 rounds in the books, Rich. Not a bad little day's work, I think.
No, and only 2 more to go. Looking forward to seeing what happens over the final 36.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our third-round coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. It's always delightful to have you with us. As we begin our coverage of today's round, we have our featured player in 4th place. Looking forward to seeing how today unfolds for him. Now to the 5th hole. Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. His second shot here. Only a few shots off the pace. Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th. And this has been a hole he's unable to take advantage of so far for this event. John, what's the line on this putt?
Not a lot of movement here. A little bit to the left, if any.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Currently 5 under overall. This hole here is a par 4.
A solo bunker planted out on the right-hand side. Only reachable when the hole is playing downwind. Second shot protected on the left-hand side by some rock outcroppings. This is a really good, fun hole.
That was a beauty. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. Yeah, just had a little bit too much speed on that putt. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the par 4, 7th hole.
Pretty good shot there.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Straight out of the top draw. And that puddle drop. Well done. Now 4 back after that hole. The 8th hole is a par 3.
Yeah, long par 3. There is a really good place, though, to aim your tee shot, and that's out on the right-hand side. There's a nice little berm out there that can help kick it back to onto the green or close to it. Anything missing out to the left-hand side, you're going to leave yourself below the green with almost a blind second shot in there trying to save par.
And he's down there. You got a read?
I don't know that you can give this enough break off the left-hand side. Woo.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Sitting at 3 under par. Oh, well done. Would it be nice to make this putt? This is for eagle.
This one starting out way out to the right.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Ooh. Just a short putt remaining here. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Fairly generous driving area. The trees out there just there for aesthetics only. In the second shot has got some really cool features around it with the rocks front and left and even behind it. Luke, I absolutely love this hole.
Well, that one is looking like it's going straight down the pipe. And that is a goal shot in line with the hole.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Well, that was certainly a tale of two nines, Rich, and well done for this player to fight through a sloppy start.
Well, that's what they had to do after that opening 9. It wasn't going to be pretty if they had the back 9 to match the front 9. Thankfully, they turned it around, got it back on the back 9. Hopefully, a better day ahead.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John Mc... Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Let's get set for the finale of the Bluff Championship. I'm Luke Elvey. It's lovely to have you back with us. Well, Rich, we're into the final round here and our players in contention. What's the focus today?
Second place, that's no fun. You're so close and yet so far. Let's face it, second place stinks. This player needs to go out and produce something to chase down that leader and overtake him in this final round.
Well, he knows this is a good chance here. He gets this up and down. He'll pull to within 1 of the lead.
A little excitement going on right now.
And he'll be glad to be putting now. 7 feet to the cup.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. Still within striking distance, just a couple off the lead, heading down the stretch.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
Well, he's got a chance to win this title. Will he stand up and deliver? Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. He can sense an opportunity here.
I really hope this one drops for him.
Well, would have been nice to get the birdie, but a par never hurts. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th. Lovely effort, that. This is his second shot. 3 shots off the lead.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range. Just 3 feet to the cup. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. A long par 4 this hole.
It is the largest fairway on this golf course. Tee it high, let it fly. More rock features on the left-hand side. Just the bunkers on the right are protecting that front portion there. Second shots should be favoring on the left-hand side as you'll get a nice kick to the right back onto the green.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. This is what remains for 66. John, have you got a read on this one?
It's moving up the hill to the left. Let's see what happens.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And that'll bring his tournament to a close. Every week we see players with the lead going down the stretch. Some have it and some don't. Sadly, it appeared this player didn't.
Yeah, just late in the game, losing the lead and just could not figure out how to get it done.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round 1 of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy down on the course. What a thrilling day of action it's set up to be. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the 8th hole.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
He's setting up for his second shot. Only one shot off the pace. This one could take a little bounce to the left. Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
It's got a chance. And stepping up the standings after that effort. The 9th hole at Pinehurst number 2 continues to feature a green that has so much going on, whether it's crowned or domed, but there's a lot of slope.
And there's a lot of slopes running into some bad spots, isn't there, Luke? Front, you're going back into the bunker. Long, you're going into a bunker. Try and hit it out to the right-hand side into a little flat, safe zone. Take your 2 putts and go on from there.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. He has this putt to save his par. So close. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
Let's keep those doubles off the card.
The old hammer hands putt. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And that will drop him to 2 over now for the tournament. Couple of birdies and a couple of bogeys. Needs to get something going here today.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. Yeah, this is the stuff we love. Getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there. Come on, don't be shy.
That's a nice looking putt. Judged it well. Got a short one coming up. Not much to sweat there. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf. And this putt to move into the top 5. Ooh. An opportunity to make a par here. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
And being a couple off the lead, they can't afford to miss those birdie opportunities.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. This incredible collection of par 4s at Pinehurst number 2 continues here at the par 4 12th.
What a drive. Look at that.
This one from about 160 yards out. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green.
Yeah, good job. This wind is getting up out here.
John, give us a small update.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th. And around 21 feet from the cup.
Oh, that's a shame. Just a little bit too much oomph on that putt.
And a chance to move into a tie for second here.
That's a disappointing miss, especially from that range. Big putt for par coming up. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
I don't think this one's going to stop on the fairway. Sitting at +1. That was a bit of a miscue.
Now, coming out of the rough, missing the green was always in the cards.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Big par saver coming up for this fella. And there it is. And it's a one-stroke par for our leader over the field. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for second. Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The second round of the Daybreak Classic is set to begin. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
He's just going to go out there and continue plugging away. Just start putting a little bit of pressure on those leaders out in front of him. He'll chase him down before too long.
Standing over his second shot. He's right in the hunt, just a shot off the pace. Wow. Oh, that almost went in. And that finishes up the efforts with a tiny little tap in. Currently at +1 for the tournament.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
I think this one's a rough bound. Let's head over to the 15th hole, shall we?
And that's just sneaked into the second cut of rough.
That's a delightful little fade, that. Opting for the 5-iron. Okay, let's get back to the action. That's a heavy lie this player has drawn.
Bogeyed it yesterday, looking like bogey again today.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Now, from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Lining this putt up from a fair distance.
A clutch par putt.
Started that way outside the line.
Good effort from there.
Just a little bit of a misread right there. He's going to need to sink this next one, though, to limit the damage with the bogey.
He's currently sitting in 4th position. Here we are, hole 8. It's a par 4.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here, because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Par putt coming up here. Now man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This one pretty much looks like it's going right to left.
A bit long on that one. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. And this one will be for double bogey. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Chance here to reclaim a bit of focus after that double at the last.
Yes, you got deep bunkers both front and back, and the green tends to chase towards them. Anything out to the right hand.
Great shot in the hole.
What a shot! Hole in one.
Well, that's certainly worth another look.
I mean, what can you say about a shot like this? This was absolute perfection.
And Rich, we're heading into the back 9 now, but I'm still thinking about that ace on the front. What a beauty that was.
Unreal. I gotta say, to watch that ball go into the hole was awesome. This player is still flying high. What a gargantuan tee shot.
Time for the second shot at the 10th.
Nicely done.
Nine feet to the cup.
A great birdie chance here.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. And as this round comes to a close, he finds himself in 3rd place.
Same, Luke. Enjoyed the day. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Time now for the 3rd round of the Daybreak Classic. It's set to begin. Luke Elvey alongside boothmate Rich Beam. As always, it's great to have you join us. Rich, this player's trailing. Do they have to really step it up and get it going today?
This player currently in the top 5, but let's face it, he has got a lot of work left if he wants to try and chase down those ahead of him. They are playing some good golf. He's got room to make up.
Can't wait to get into the action. Let's head out to the 10th. Wonderfully played. His second shot here. 3 behind our leader.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, this putt is looking at to be about 23 feet.
Oh, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole.
Here we are at the 11th, a par 4.
Your driver not really necessary off this hole. You just need to make sure you find the fairway. From there, you've got 2 bunkers on the left of the green protecting wayward shots and a 3rd back right. This is another solid hole.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. Currently 4 shots off the pace. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. Oh, what a putt. And that will take him to 2 under. Our leader is currently out by 4 strokes as we check the standings. The 12th hole is a par 4.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
And from the bunker here.
Oh, that cannoned off the pin. Nice little sand shot there. Came real close. Putting for par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Next up is this par 4 hole.
Another one of these par 4s where you got to find the fairway somehow, hit a fiddly little cut with a 3-wood or a driver. Again, second shot back up the hill to a green that is domed shape. You need to make sure that you leave it below the hole here if at all possible. This green gets scary fast.
He hasn't managed to birdie this hole this tournament. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This for par.
That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Now 5 strokes behind. Well, that was a pretty solid day's effort all round, and just 18 holes left to play.
Look, that was a blast. Looking forward to next time.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Let's find out who will win the Daybreak Classic. Hi, I'm Luke Elvey. Delightful to have your company once again. As we begin today's coverage, we join our featured player who currently sits in second spot. Let's see if he can climb to the top of the leaderboard by the end of today's round. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
Very crafty, that shot. And that for par. He's currently in the second position. On the tee now, the par 4 16. A couple under at this stage. Wow, what happened there?
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Time now for the fourth shot. 4 shots behind our leader. This is a bogey putt coming up. Oh. Job done. Let's head to the next. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Now at the 17th hole.
I cannot look at the 17th hole and not think about the shot that Payne Stewart hit in there back in 1999. It was just glorious. And when you stand on that tee on 17, that's the only image that you want to have. Payne Stewart swinging, balancing, finishing it. Oh, it was artistry at its best.
A bit too much pace on that one. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Second shot here at the 18th. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
This for a final score of 71. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Well, looking like 22 feet to the hole from here, guys.
And that will do it for this player today. He'll be delighted with this week's work, finishing up in second place.
Close, but no cigar. However, a fantastic week for this player. Great job.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at one of golf's iconic venues, Torrey Pines, and our first round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. It's about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside my great mate Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course bringing you all the shots, all the colour, all the action are Henny Quirk and John McCarthy. And Beamer certainly set up for a stunner today at Torrey Pines South. What do you think these players face this week from the course?
They face a rude awakening. They haven't played too many golf courses yet this year, but they're going to run into Torrey Pines South, and you're going to figure out exactly how good a shape your golf game is in, because it's ruthless. And if you're not careful, you can go out there and shoot a big number in a hurry. It tests every facet of your game. This golf course is an absolute brute.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Playing this one about 130 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead. Nicely done. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Pretty sure this putt should move to the left.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. The 6 hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here.
And from long range here.
Tracking. Go in.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And that performance will now take him to 3 under par. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning off the tee is key.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Let's return to live play now. This is his second shot. Just 1 stroke back in this tournament.
He's conjured some frozen rope here.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top. John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 3rd.
He's playing the draw here. And he's safely on the green with that shot. Let's take a look at the current standings. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The final hole on the outward half is a par 5. Runs right against the boundary fence, and it requires 2 big shots.
2 long straight shots required if you want to find this par 5 and 2. If you don't, a nice little layup. Give yourself a good number for a 3rd shot. There is a nice little shelf there. If it pins up top left, watch the spin. Down on the right-hand side, watch it go in the hole maybe.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
8 feet to the cup.
Putting for eagle. That always sounds good.
How good was that putt? And right to the top of the leaderboard after that effort. And Rich, he's doing a lovely job out there, taking care of business.
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today. Lots of golf yet to be played. Looking forward to watching it.
As we head to the back 9 here at Torrey Pines South, Rich, the 10th isn't a long hole, but the slope off the tee makes it a difficult one.
That camber's pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
And after that hole, he's ahead by just a solitary stroke. And that there is the completion of a very nice day's work. Has the lead, Rich.
Who doesn't like to be the leader? It's always good. No matter the first round, you'd rather have it the last round, though. But I got to say, good start.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time now for the second round of the Farmers Insurance Open from Torrey Pines. I'm Luke Elvey with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Rich, this player starts their round in the lead. What's the game plan for them today?
This player just needs to keep going out and just staying as relaxed as they have been. And don't take unnecessary chances. Just keep it simple. Find some fairways, find some greens, hole a few putts if you will, and see where it lands at the end of the day.
And here we are with the third shot. Going with the 7. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. He's currently sitting in first place. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
Ooh. A par putt on the table. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
Oh, that is brilliant. Look at this one. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Strong play, going for it.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Maybe some time on the practice green wouldn't hurt. This would be a great up and down from this spot. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Leading by 4 strokes after that one. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
Putting for birdie. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Oh, that's a quality shot from out of the sand. That should set up an easy save. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. Sitting at 10 under par for the event. And he finds himself on top spot of the leaderboard as this round comes to a close.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Our third-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance is about to kick off here in beautiful La Jolla, California. Luke Elvey here. Welcome back. We're delighted you've joined us. Rich, do you fancy this player's chances?
Yes, right now the game plan is working, but they still have to go out there and play off the front foot, play on offense, and not worry about who's chasing them.
This now, his third shot. Ooh, that almost went down. And he needs this to save par. And the putt goes down. A nice display of resilience in the end.
In trouble off the tee in that fairway bunker with that putt, saves the par. Well done.
Teeing off on the par 4 second now. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Well played, mate. Second shot on the second. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. And this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Sitting at minus 13 for the tournament. It's time for a one-shotter.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find. This is on a great line.
And now that finds him in first place. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance of knocking it on this green in two. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
That's a shame. Got a little bit too much of that one. And this one is for his par. And it's a 3-stroke advantage for our leader as we head to the next hole. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back toward you from back to front. It's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
This putt about 11 feet in distance.
He's got this one for birdie.
That's disappointing. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The sixth hole is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
It looks so good for so long, but now it's first cut.
That was wonderfully done. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
From the get-go, this is a big left to right breaker.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Just couldn't quite get it to drop. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. Still in the lead now after that hole. Well, this is lovely play, and it just confirms it after grabbing the 54-hole lead. Good playing, Rich.
It is a satisfying position to be on top of the leaderboard through 3 rounds.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Well, it's that gorgeous meeting of surf and turf here at La Jolla, California. The final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is on now. It's terrific to have your company. I'm Luke Helvey. Let's get to it. And Rich, as this final round gets underway, our featured player is at the top of the field.
Yes, he's got the lead and needs to keep things steady heading into this final round. Should be a great day of golf ahead of us, Luke.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
So close. A 7-footer right here.
Oh, just missed the par. That'll be a drop shot on this hole.
That's bad timing. Back-to-back bogeys as we head down the stretch.
Yeah, back-to-back bogeys, never nice. That is probably asking too much.
Welcome to the 16th hole, a par 3.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Now, 5 shots up after that hole. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par's a great score.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Well, never mind. Go and make a par on the next. And that should secure the par on this one. Now, that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-stroke buffer for our leader.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
This is his second shot. Right into the water on that one. Chip it in here, and he'll take the title. How close was that to going down? This putt to win the event. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This one's going left to right.
I don't mind the look of this. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.